Hello, everyone, and welcome to a brand new TJ's World According to Wrestling. And I'm your host, TJ Wiggins. And of course, this time of day, I'm here to talk to you about Monday Night Raw, NXT and AEW Dynamite. So let's go ahead and get started. And Raw kicked off, with the return of Randy Orton. I think it's been 6 or 7 weeks since he's been gone. I believe 6. And of course, Riddle interrupts. He is so fucking stupid. I mean, it's one thing to be a stoner, but for him to be such a stoner that he can't even form coherent sentences, and the fact that he runs around like a little child just makes me want to fucking turn the television off. And of course, they get interrupted by Styles and Omos. They come out, and the verbiage and the crap, it just gets worse just to set up a match between them. But, that's normal WWE booking. They have a 20-minute promo to set up a match. Next we go to McIntyre versus Corbin. Seriously, who cares? McIntyre is in danger of just a fucking gimmick, being a Scottish guy. This dude literally has a goddamn 8-foot sword that he walks out to. And Corbin literally, during the middle of the match, literally asks for a small loan of $100,000 because he's broke. That is absolutely fucking ridiculous. McIntyre still beats him anyways, thankfully. Next up, we have Cross going up against Jeff Hardy, and Cross got his job back because Hardy just went out there and completely lost. He choked him out like he should have done the first time. That's how you build stars. And next, we have more spooky bullshit from Alexa and Eva. Don't care about it. I damn sure don't care about one that's something coming from somebody that's even more plastic than a fucking Barbie doll. Next we have an MVP promo talking about Lashley and his match at SummerSlam against Goldberg. It was great. Nice like always. I think that Lashley is going to destroy Goldberg, and MVP definitely hyped it up to where it was good, to where you would think they would. The main event is Styles against Orton. Standard match, typical bullshit, typical interference from Omos. He literally goes in there, yanks the person right in front of the referee, and the referee does nothing about it. Orton wins, and Riddle gets into the ring. Tries to reform RK Bro. We used to be tag partners, we're friends, we should be on to be tag champions. And Orton hits an RKO on Riddle. Excuse me. Thus cementing Orton's heel turn. So next we go on to NXT. Starts off with Dakota Kai versus Io Shirai. It was very mechanical. A very nicely worked match. Raquel Gonzalez comes out there because apparently she's a babyface after Kai turned on her, but I thought they were heels in the first place. So if Kai was to turn on Raquel, then wouldn't Kai be turned heel? And wouldn't she be turned babyface? But anyways, it's entirely fucking insane. Because why don't they have Kai, who turned heel first, have her be the women's champion, and have her bully and completely disrespect Raquel to where she turns on Kai, and do the whole, Shawn Michaels and Diesel thing, to where Raquel gets the world title from Kai. But I think I'm just a smart person booking this shit. Next we got a promo with Hit Row. And the AJ dude, he was supposed to act like he was shooting dice or whatever, because, they have a rap group going on or whatever. But it was literally like he was fucking jacking off the air. He had his hand in the fucking circle and kept stroking it back and forth, back and forth. It was like he was jacking off the air, man. It was ridiculous. Next we have a promo from Ilya Dragunov. Comes out there and talks to the crowd, and Pete Dunne interrupts. That sets up tonight's main event. It was nice that it happened in the third or fourth segment of the show. But, still get the match. It was nice. Next, we have a meeting between Cole. Excuse me. We have Cole against Kyle O'Reilly. Have a signing. They're having, a discussion in the middle of the ring. It was good talking. You could tell his verbiage. But Adam Cole, he's, such a good wrestler, such a good talker that he'll take the verbiage he's given and make it sound like he actually said it. That's great. Had certain cadence to his voice, and it has different pitches. He goes ups and down, like what people would feel with their emotions, instead of just being a fucking monotone the entire fucking time. And now we get to our main event, which is something I really wanted to see. It was Dragunov against Pete Dunne. It was a good match, nothing too fancy, not too flippy shit, It was a great mechanical match. No wasted motion. And I definitely can't wait to see Ilya Dragunov against Walter, for the second time. Dragunov was about to hit his finish on Dunne, and guess what happened? Walter comes out and run interference. Well, he doesn't run. He walks out there. His music hits. He walks out there with his NXT UK title. Just enough for Dunne to sneak attack Dragunov and hits him with the bitter end. It gets the 1-2-3. And, after that, Walter sends a message to Dragunov that not only did he cost him the match, but he beat him up afterwards. And oh boy, I can't wait for that match to go down. The first one, I believe, should have been match of the year last year. But I guess I'm just a wrestling fan. But now we go on to AEW, a 6-man tag, with Omega and the Dumb Fucks against the Sydal Brothers and Martin of Top Flight. And that Knox dude, that fucking idiot, he is... How has he not been fired as a referee? He does not uphold any rules. No tag matches. People can come in anytime they want to. They can stay in the ring for as long as they want to. He just holds up his hands like, I don't know what to do. Somebody, please help me. That's seriously what happens. Dude, you're the man of authority. They are supposed to listen to you. You have the power to disqualify somebody if it, deems to be worthy. The people were in the goddamn ring for a minute hitting fucking double team moves that still weren't even beating people. Double suplexes, a suplex, and a crossbody. Broke down to a 6-way. All guys fighting in the ring. But, Omega hits the one-winged angel. They won. But at least the good thing about this match is that the afterbirth was great. Cage comes out there and challenges Omega at Rampage for the AEW World title. It was nice. I just kind of, wish to see a little bit more interaction for them to build this up. Because their feud now is apparently going to last all of, 4 weeks? And then next, you have the Jurassic Express challenging the Dumb Fucks for the tag belts. It'd be an alright match. Jungle Boy's a great worker. Luchasaurus is alright. But it's just the problem with these two matches is that you already know who's going to win. The Elite are going to keep their belts. Because Omega is going to drop the title to Adam Page. And the dumb fucks, they're going to keep the belts until either they drop him to FTR or they can sign a new team or pair a new team to where they can take him off of him. But I guarantee you that the dumb fucks are just going to put him back on themselves because they're booking the tag division right now. And you can definitely tell because it's like a goddamn chicken with their head cut off. Just fucking running all over the place. And the next, noteworthy thing is Hardy and Quinn going up against Cassidy and Taylor. Hardy and Quinn won. They, went and celebrated. Heel cheated in the match. It was alright, for what it was worth. And Tony Schiavone interviews the Factory. This is completely hocus and bullshit. But because they wanted, QT to apologize. He's, I apologize. And comes in there and beats up Tony Schiavone's son, holds him hostage. And, Schiavone is screaming. He's screaming, I apologize. I'm sorry. Because, that's what he was supposed to get him to do. And, QT says, apology not accepted. And then he hits his son with the cutter. But thankfully, the Big Show walks out there, or excuse me, Paul White, because, trademarking issues. Fuck you, lawyers. And he comes out there and he choke slams, QT's henchmen, Solo and Camarato. And I swear to God, I'm not making those names up. It's like some kind of goddamn voodoo spell. But anyways, and that's going to be a match I would like to see in the future. Big Show should beat him up in goddamn 2 or 3 minutes. Because Jesus Christ, look at the size between them two. And that goes on to our main event of Jericho against Wardlow. And Jericho won. He beat Wardlow. It was alright. Until you got to the end where MJF, should have interfered more. So that way the referee had more than just one instance of kicking him out. Instead of, it just being the spot of the match to where he was supposed to be kicked out. And something that was funny is that camera angles and the fact that Wardlow's green led to, a slip up that, if you wouldn't notice if you weren't looking for it. But, Wardlow goes to pick Jericho up so that way Jericho can hit him with the bat that he carried to the ring with him. But he went to go pick him up. He didn't have the bat in his hand. And you could hear Jericho say something. He whispered something to Wardlow and he stopped. Wardlow stopped to fucking overreact again about MJF being kicked out. And so the camera cuts to the crowd shot. Then they cut back. And then you can see Wardlow try to do it again. And then this time Jericho has the bat and he hits Wardlow with the mouth and he has the Judas Effect elbow on him and he gets the win. But, so that completes the 4th labor of Jericho. So now the 5th one is the one that he's all been waiting for, is to go up against MJF. And MJF takes, his finishing move away because he can't use the Judas Effect. Which, is alright, but, it kind of has, the walls of Jericho and the Codebreaker. Because, he's fucking Chris Jericho has been doing this for over 30 years now. But I'd like to see that match. Can't wait. It's been, 6 to 8 months in the making. But, we'll see what happens. Yeah. So, thank you all for listening, everybody. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Please leave a comment down below what you think of all the wrestling shows that we've seen, or my reviews of them. And thank you all for listening. Bye-bye.